Hey everyone, I just wanted to start off by saying a massive thank you to everyone who's liked and favorited my videos, as well as to everyone who's subscribed to my channel. It means the world to me to know that there's enough public interest out there for me to carry on making these videos, and I promise, so long as questions keep on coming in, I will release new videos to you. As ever, I'd really appreciate it if you could carry on liking my videos and subscribing to my channel because it really does make them more visible on YouTube for people who may need them. I've also just started a Twitter account which I'll be posting here. Please follow me. I'll be releasing regular updates as to when new videos are going to be released, as just generally what's happening in my world. So let's start off with this two-parter. Quite a common question I've been receiving from people is, what is my stance on pro-anorexia? And some people have been saying, what can I do to become anorexic? I was a very naive anorexic, to the point where I didn't know what anorexia was when I was admitted. But believe me, I learnt about it when I was in there. I began to see these pro-anorexia websites, and I found it absolutely horrible to know that these things existed. I don't understand the mentality of people who think that promoting a mental disorder is okay. All I can say to you is that I'm going to become a doctor, and it means I can't help promote disease. I hope that my videos have shown that there is a life outside of being anorexic, and it's just a matter of you being able to sit down and realise that they exist. I remember when I was at my worst, my best friend sat me down and said, "Simon, look, we're all really worried about you, and we just want to let you know that you have a family who love you, and you have friends who really do care about you, and we just want to let you know that if you have any problems, please talk to us." By that point, my head was in the sky. I had no energy to do anything, and yet, being able to hear these words come out of someone else's mouth really did fill me with confidence. Not only did it make me realise I want to become better, but it also made me realise that I could have the confidence to talk to these people knowing that they were there for me. And believe me, they are there for you too, even if they haven't told you. The next thing that I have been receiving is mainly been from males, and it's them saying that they want to get a six-pack. I can relate. When I was at my worst, I wanted a six-pack, more than anything in the world, and I have no idea why, because, now I don't have a six-pack. And the thing that really did help me was finding the goal I wanted in life and what really did make me happy. And that was, wanting to become a doctor. And you realise that as you try to achieve these things, having a six-pack is almost meaningless. Most of my friends don't have a six-pack because you don't need it. You see these things in the media saying, how to get a six-pack in 6 weeks, and it's abhorrent to know that they exist because it's just not normal. Okay, the next question I've been receiving is people saying that when they become anorexic, their interest in girls or boys begins to fade away. And, I can really relate to that. When I was, at my worst, my interest in girls completely faded. I had no interest in them. All I had interest in was, what am I going to be eating in the next hour? Or, I plan my life around food. And all I can say is that if you start to focus on becoming better, these feelings towards boys or girls come back. I can assure you of that because it did come back for me when I was in Rhodes Farm. And, with the combination of therapy and just generally getting towards a more healthy weight, I had a more positive outlook on life. The next question that I've been receiving is people saying that they vomit after meals. I never vomited after meals. I personally found it too horrific to do. But I've realised that it falls under two categories. Those who vomit after everything and those who vomit after binging, which I'll cover now. For those who vomit after everything, one of the things that helped my friends at the time was confiding in someone and telling them, look, if I run away now, I'm probably going to go and vomit, so please stop me. And, I remember one of my friends coming to tell me to do this. And, at the time, they hated me. They absolutely hated me for stopping them. But over time, they had the therapy, they started to look more healthy, and those sort of thoughts about vomiting began to go away. So it's just a matter of you finding someone you can confide in and just hopefully letting them do what they do. Okay, so that's vomiting after everything, but some people have been saying that they vomit after binging. And, I did binge when I was anorexic, but I never vomited afterwards. Uh, the It's really difficult to talk about this because I want to discourage people going to binge, but I want to make it clear that I don't want to discourage you from eating at all. Binging isn't a normal feeding habit. You have to realise that. Eating 3 meals a day with a few snacks is completely normal. And I've been talking to a few people about this, and I've told them, tell your family when you feel that you're going to binge in the house. And they have, and the family have stopped them, and they said, oh my God, my feelings for vomiting have gone away. I never thought this could happen. So again, it's just a matter of you telling someone if you're going to binge, because you know that you're going to vomit afterwards. The next question is people saying that they look in the mirror and they still see themselves as bigger than they are. As an anorexic, you think very irrationally and you think very logically. You have a warped body image at the time, and I can tell you this as a fact. When I was in Rhodes Farm, I did a second documentary on BBC Two called Am I Normal? And as part of this, I can't remember, it was a clinic where we went into a full body scanner, which showed our outline on a computer, which we weren't allowed to see. But then we were told to show what we thought we looked like. And I remember that I made myself look, I think, 25% bigger than I actually was, which is absurd. It shows how warped your body image actually becomes, but it's a thing that actually does happen. You have to realise this, and it's the only way that you can go forward. I found that therapy was massively helpful in that respect, because they really did pin down what you thought of, and they always said, well, actually, this is quite wrong. We're going to try and focus on making this more normal. The last question in this first part of a two-parter is people who are saying that they fear about eating out. I was personally terrified of going to any restaurant when I was anorexic. At that point, I'd memorised the nutritional value of almost every food that I'd eaten. And going into a restaurant and not knowing what you're eating was bloomin' scary. So the only thing I can say to you that helped me was, if you feel that you're not ready to go and eat a meal in a restaurant, don't do it. You will be ready if you go to therapy and just generally allow time to pass. But if you feel that you're not ready to go and eat out, don't do it. It will only make things worse. It will come with time. Just think positively and do it when you're ready. That's all I can say. So yeah, thank you for watching this. I will see you in a moment.